Hello amigos, RadiShineAmigo here and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure. Last time, Eggman tricked Knucklehead and we lost our Chaos Emeralds to him. And yeah, Eggman gave him to Chaos and we got to chase after Eggman. I love the animations on this game.
Sonic, hop in!
So yeah, now we're going to be flying the tornado in the tornado levels. So this is the first one of two, Sky Chase Act 1. You can hold down the A button to lock on to enemies, and you can also just tap the A button to shoot. I recommend locking on, it's a bit easier. You use the cursor to figure out where you're locking on or where you're firing. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's kind of like how in Sonic 2 you had the Sky Chase zone, but this is it's a lot more like Star Foxy in a way, because obviously like shooting stuff, as opposed to, you know, just platforming on one platform. But yeah, these aren't too bad. The only thing annoying about these is that you have to play these in Tao's story as well. So yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but as like just them by himself, you know, it's fine. You know, changed up the gameplay a little bit, but in a sense, it's still technically not too different from what this game does, because there's another gameplay style in this game, and it involves shooting. You play as one of Eggman's robots. We'll get to that when we get to that. It kind of fits the same theme in that regard. It doesn't really. I guess it doesn't fit too much with what came before it, but it's not like it's not fun, you know. And it could be a lot worse. Now, originally, they were going to have a robot dragon chase you in one of the Sky Chase acts, and it probably going to be a boss. They ended up scrapping it. It was supposed to have a Chaos Emerald, but that might have been part of why they scrapped it, because back to why would the Chaos Emerald be in the dragon, you know? Eggman's trying to power up Chaos, but he puts it in this robot dragon. So yeah. Now, another bit of trivia, in a Dreamcast version of this game, Sonic's model in the Sky Chase sections was supposed to be, it had classic Sonic on the plane, as opposed to the more modern design we used to. Which, by the looks of things, this DX port kind of fixes that up a bit. I never understood that line there. We're hit! Yeah! It was like they wanted to get hit.
Tails? Tails!
I love this upcoming line.
You're not who I'm looking for. Oh, I wonder if he's okay.
That poor girl, she's like just wondering what happened to Sonic, and he's just like, you're not who I'm looking for. So yeah, now we're separated from Tails, and that's another thing that I do like about this game. It kind of goes like the Sonic 3 and Knuckles route, where, so with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic and Tails did their own thing, while Knuckles did his own thing. And and this game kind of does, you know, the same thing in that. So all the characters go through their own stories, and despite the fact that Tails is with Sonic, he still gets his own stuff to do, you know, by himself.
Long time no see.
Amy.
What's wrong with you anyway? Listen, this birdie seems to be in trouble, so you need to be his bodyguard for a while.
You must be kidding.
If you don't, we're just gonna tag along anyway.
But yeah, now we can play as Amy Rose. So you can do her story, and her story starts off like around about like this moment where we've met her. A little bit before that, like you find out why she has the bird and everything, which I quite like. So, yeah.
Ah, look! Eggman's robot's on the loose!
No problem. He's just a chunk of cheesy hardware.
I love that line. Cheesy hardware.
Whoa!
Oh, now what? Huh?
Look here! It says, cute couples get in free! Let's go!
Well, if it says cute couples, that means Sonic and the bird, right? Amy, you can't go in.
Wait! Oh, man! That girl is such a pain.
I love this game. Just doesn't really take its story like too seriously as well. Like, it's trying to have something going on, but it also doesn't. It's trying to tell you that this is also a Sonic game. So like right there, that robot should really be attacking them if this was like anything that took itself seriously, but it doesn't take itself seriously. So instead, they just talk about the amusement park, which is great. So yeah, we're in the amusement park now. You can go in one of these bumper cars. Once you get into one of these bumper cars, you can now enter this section, which is like an on-rails little racing section, I guess. Well, you're not really racing against anything. You're just kind of avoiding the other bumper cars, and there's also some bad nicks on the track as well. You may also notice as well that their animals appear from enemies when you destroy them, just like in the old games, except this game you can actually do stuff with the animals. And by that I mean there's a Chow Garden. Sorry, I love that line. Woohoo! Woohoo! And yeah, so you can race Chow, and you can enter them into like racing events and other events as well. I can't remember. I think in this game you can only do racing, but in Sonic Adventure 2 they add karate. And yeah, it adds like an extra bit of depth to the game. And basically the animals allow the Chow to gain like, it improves their stats for starters, and then it also gives them like different aesthetical looks. So for example, if you have a bird and you give it to a Chow, the Chow's flying will increase, and it may also grow some wings or a beak or something, you know? So yeah, that was the first act of Twinkle Park, and now we're going to be entering the second act of Twinkle Park, where we've got that fun roller coaster ride, and it takes us into this section here. Now, as you can see, there's so many different places that I can explore. There was that area straight ahead, but instead I... Okay. We'll try that again. So there's this area straight ahead where you got the bowling, or you can jump over here, then you go on this spring, you can either go down there, or you got this path to the right. Obviously there's one strict path that the game wants you to take, but I mean, you don't have to take it, and there's so many different pathways you can take in this game. I love the spin dash. I mean, I know I brought this up before, but the spin dash is just so good in this game. And that's why, another reason why I love this game is there's so many ways you can go around in this game. There's so many different pathways to take, you know. And there's a lot to explore. course, there are some sections like what happened earlier where the camera could have been better. The camera's not perfect in this game. I feel like it was better. Like, I feel like this PC port has made the camera worse, because I don't remember the camera being this bad. Because I don't usually have a problem with the camera, and this isn't coming from somebody who played this game years ago. No, I played this game a lot.
Welcome to Twinkle Park. Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy. I bet that robot hauled butt after her. I'd better catch her before it does.
So, of course, if you want to see what happens to Amy, you can see it in her story from her perspective of the game. But for now, we've got Sonic's story, and we've got our own stuff to do. So yeah, this ID card appeared, and you can get into a building. The building is this one. So now what to do with the ID card? Let's hide the evidence, shall we? Yeah, you can throw the objects you pick up and whatnot. And yeah, that also, the picking up objects also takes place in the Chow Garden as well, and you get a couple of other options as well, which is pretty neat. That's something I love doing here. So you can go through the loop-de-loop and it'll take you up here, but you know, there's a sweet shortcut. The buildings that we just ran past, you can actually jump on those buildings and you can explore up there. There's extra lives up there. You can wait here, or you can run along that path that's right in front of me. Right here, right on. So you got this pathway up here, or you can go down here. You know, there's loads of different places to go to, and it's something that I love about this game. Ring the bells. Of course, you need to have a consistent amount of speed to stay on the top of the pathway, and if you go too far down, like I did, you'll fall down. Oh.
No!
I've never had that happen before. Maybe it's something to do with recording this game, just makes it want to be. Okay. Oh, whoa.
No!
Okay, I couldn't control that apparently. And of course, picking up the speed shoes makes you go faster, which obviously will make it a bit harder to control. I'm used to playing this with the GameCube controller and the Dreamcast controller, to be honest. It's a little bit off with the Xbox controller, but it's not too bad. It's I feel like the controls for when you use the Xbox controller only really an issue in Speed Highway. But I mean, a lot of people think this is the best level in the game, so the fact that this is the best level in the game and it probably is the most buggiest, is, you know, quite a good thing to say, you know. It's personally not my favourite level in this game though. We'll get to my favourite level when we get to it. So yeah, you can go down there if you want, or you can go up here and you can kill these badniks, and it takes you over to that platform over there where there's extra life, and then you can jump down here and it takes you back on the right path. If, you know, I can not get hit by a police car. Of course, the second act of this zone is running down the building. And this is a very iconic sequence in Sonic Adventure. A lot of, like I said before, they like to have a lot of set pieces in Sonic Adventure, and I really appreciate the set pieces. They really help like make the levels stand out. When you think of Speed Highway, you will always think of you know, running down the building. And of course, the last part of Speed Highway is this little city section, which is it's kind of like a mini open world in a way. It's not like massive, obviously. Like I said, it's mini. But yeah, you can explore around on these buildings. It does lead you though to a pathway that you need to take, because obviously the game does want you to get to the goal ring. It's not like, it has a good sense of direction is what I'm trying to say. And that's what I like about the open areas in this game. It's not just trying to be big and massive just for the sake of it, you know. And it doesn't have arrows that point you in the direction that you need to go.
Yeah, not bad.
I will explain more in a second, but I need to make sure if there's a cutscene or not, because I don't like talking over cutscenes. Okay, there's no cutscene. Something that I see a lot is a lot of people just bash this game. Sorry, don't mind me. But bash this game and, you know, say like Mario 64, for example, is just absolutely perfect or whatever. It's like best game ever. And while I'm not saying like Mario 64 is bad, but both this game and that game have problems, is
Where
what I'm
can
saying.
you be?
Ah! Sonic! Help!
I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins.
Okay, so Mario 64 has like open areas, like that's pretty much most of its levels really, but it doesn't really feel like, it feels like it wants you to explore the level as opposed to wanting to explore the level but also having a good sense of direction, whereas this I feel like has a better sense of direction.
Hey there, Bolt Brain! You better give Amy to me or I'll squash ya! Hey, what's happening here? Stop!
Sonic, help me!
Shoot! I've lost her again!
I mean, I don't play Mario 64 too much, but I'm pretty sure they have arrows leading you to where you want to go as well. And I always feel like if a game has to point you in the right direction, then it's not good game design. Not that I'm saying the game's bad though, don't get me wrong. Anyway, enough of that. I'm gonna end the video off here. Next time I'm going to be following the egg carrier. I'm actually going to be heading to my favourite stage in the game. So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you then.